Hello friends, this video is introduction of corporate IoT training by Hytron. In this video, we will look at what is IoT, why should we learn IoT. Then we will look at Hytron basic IoT architecture, which is divided into three levels of communication. Then we will look at detailed explanation of device to device, device to server and server to server communication. Then later on, we will look at training course detail. And in the end, we will talk about what are the benefits that you will be getting from this training. So let's start with what is Internet of Things. Internet of Things is an ecosystem of connected physical objects that are accessible through internet. Now, why learn IoT? There is no doubt that IoT is a booming industry. Apart from that, Gartner predicts by 2020 more than 20 billion IoT devices will be in use. 4.5 million IoT developers will be needed by 2020. This is a report from Vision Mobile. 90% of top level companies including Apple, Samsung, IBM, Google and their products will be IoT based. Many opportunities for smart cities, smart homes, smart parking and all related industry will be coming across. Now when I say device to device communication, let's get detail into it. In device to device communication, we have two devices. Let's say if we have two devices, device 1 and device 2. Device 1 could be the sensors, actuator and RFID which sense the real world data and pass it to the gateway using wired or wireless communication protocol. Now the data that we receive into gateway will be passed to the cloud using network protocols. Now we have received the data from our sensors to the cloud, and the data from the cloud will be passed to the front-end mobile app, or it could be to the web app, or it could be both of this. So until now we have only read the data from the sensor, but there are many situations where we have to pass the control and control the device which has been installed into the field. So that moment it would be going back. I mean, you have the communication from your front end to the cloud, and from cloud to the gateway, and from the gateway to your actuator or sensor or whatever that you have installed into the field. So if you take all these three levels of communication and if you put together, then you will get end-to-end IoT architecture. In this course, we will learn device to device communications, device to server communication and server to server communication, and all related technologies that involve into that. Apart from that, we would also put a special emphasis on learning about how we can done the IoT analytics, because whenever we talk about IoT products, we receive the huge chunk of data from the IoT enabled product. And it is very important for us to do analytics, to perform the analytics on the top of IoT devices. So we will be learning about that as well. So let's get further detail into the all three level of communication. In device to device communication, we have sensor as an input device, actuator as an output device, and they will be talking to the IoT gateways. Now the IoT gateways will be talking to the server side framework using different protocols like Ethernet, Wi-Fi and GPRS. And again, this server side framework will be talking to the front end side framework, which could be mobile app or web app or anything. And now let's get into the technologies and protocol that associates to each level of communication. In the first level of communication, that is device to device communication, we will be using communication protocols. And again, in communication protocol, we have wired protocol and wireless protocols. In device to server communication, which is a second level of communication, we will be using messaging protocols. Again, in the messaging protocol, we have quite a few choice. We can use MQTT, HTTP, XAMPP, and all different sorts of protocols. But MQTT is the most favorite for the IoT products, and we will learn about each of them, and we will see that why MQTT is a preferred choice amongst all these options, messaging protocols. So apart from that, the third level of communication is a server to server communication, where we will be learning about the back end and front end framework. We will be putting special emphasis on the main stack framework. Main stack framework is a combination of technology. In main, M stands for MongoDB, E stands for Express, A stands for AngularJS, and N stands for Node.js. So these all sorts of things, this all combination of all three level of communication put together and build the complete IoT product. So now let's see, based on this level of communication, how we have simplified learning of IoT through our well-organized and systematic training module. Basically, our training will be divided into three modules. The first module is a basic hands-on IoT training module, which is around 24 hours, which is the getting start module. The second module is advanced IoT training, which is around 48 hours, which will allow participants to develop the POC. The third module is end-to-end complete IoT training module, which is around 60 hours, which will allow participants to build their own product and deploy at the same time. Okay, so right now you know all this module. So let me take you back to the website. So let's explore the training content in module 1, which is around 24 hours, which is a basic hands-on IoT training. In session number 1, we will explore the complete architecture, IoT architecture with 3 level of communication. If you want to have the more details on each session, you just hit on this plus button and it will give you more details on that. But I just want to quickly go through the content of each and every session. So I'm not going to do this. The session number 2 will be the one where we will be exploring the hardware design and sensor interfacing. Here we will be using Arduino as a gateway, and then we will be learning how we can write a program for Arduino and also interface the sensors. Not only sensors, but starting from the interfacing LED switches to the sensors and getting data from the sensor, real world data, and putting into the to the to the gateway. So the next session is session number 3, where we will be learning about communication and network theory. Session number 4 is the one where we will be learning about the protocol architecture and depth explanation of existing IoT cloud platform. You might be knowing there are so many cloud platforms in the market, including Amazon AWS Cloud, IBM Bluemix, ThingsWorks, and all sorts of stuff. So we will be, explaining each and every one existing IoT cloud platform, their pros and cons, and all sorts of stuff. Then moving further in session number 5 and 6, we will be, especially in session number 5, we will be exploring ThinkSpeak IoT Cloud Platform for energy and industrial application. Session number 6 is one where we'll be exploring ThingsWorks IoT Cloud Platform for enterprise and healthcare. The session number 7 will be putting emphasis on doing some hands-on projects for the Blink IoT platform, where we will be putting up the we will be controlling the LED which is connected to the Arduino and controlling from the front-end mobile app. So session number 8 is one where we'll be exploring Hydron IoT platform for smart city applications. So this is all we have for module number 1. So module number 2 is again a 48 hours training module, which is an advanced deep diving IoT training, which includes a 16 session. So session 9 and 10 will be the one where we will be exploring Hydron IoT cloud platform for smart city application. Then session 11 and 12 is the one where we will be doing actual real world stuff. We will be create the first end-to-end IoT product on Raspberry Pi. That will be done into the session 11. Session 12 is the one where we will be using Raspberry Pi as a gateway, and in the same Raspberry Pi we will be writing the Python scripts, Python programs to program the GPIO pins and ADC and I2C sorts of communication protocols, so that we can interface the sensor and get the data from the sensors onto the IoT gateway. So let's move further. Session 13 and 14 is the one where we will be exploring Amazon AWS IoT platform for smart home application. So we will be creating a demo application onto the AWS cloud platform and getting data from the sensor in the real world data from the sensor into the AWS IoT platform. Session 15 and 16 is dedicated for the IBM Bluemix Watson IoT platform, where we will be building an application for connected car, and again we will be using the CAN communication protocol to get the real world data from the sensors and getting onto the IBM Bluemix. So the module number 3 is the last one, which is around 60, which is an extension of module 1 and 2, around 60 hours, and which includes around 20 sessions. So session 17 is the one where we will be installing the MQTT IoT broker onto the Raspberry Pi. Session 18 is the one where we will be developing the front end Angular dashboard using REST and WebSocket protocol through the main stack technology or framework that we have already spoken before. Session 19 will be dedicated where we will be developing the front-end real-time mobile app for Android or iOS platform and store device and app info with no SQL database, something like a MongoDB. So the last one is a session 20, which is dedicated to the project end-to-end IoT project, where you will be building your project from the scratch. And this project implementation has been done on the personal IoT cloud platform. So this is an organization of our entire training module, all three modules. So let me take you back to the slides, and therefore this many IoT use cases will be covered into the training. The session number 5, which is a 3-hour session, we will be exploring ThinkSpeak IoT platform for energy and industrial application. In session 6, we will be exploring Blink IoT platform for environmental application. Session number 7, where we will be exploring ThinkWorks IoT platform for enterprise and healthcare. Session 8, 9, and 10 will be exploring Hitron IoT platform for smart city applications, but the only difference is the connectivity protocol. In session 8 will be the GPIO, and session 9 and 10 will be TI sub 1 wireless protocol. So that is the basic difference. So session 13, 14, in session 13, 14, we will be exploring AWS platform, AWS IoT platform from Amazon for the smart car application, where we'll be using connectivity protocol as a ZigBee and communication channel as Ethernet or Wi-Fi, and the messaging protocol will be MQTT or HTTP. Session 15 and 16, again 6 hours, where we will be exploring IBM Bluemix Watson for the smart car application. And here in connectivity protocol that we will be learning is a CAN bus, and communication channel will be Ethernet or Wi-Fi, or the messaging protocol will be MQTT or HTTP. So these are the different use cases that we will study, and we will build the project around them. Now, how Hitron IoT training is unique than others, or what are the benefits participant will be getting? Our training module is very well systematically organized core IoT technical course content with low market price. Learn by Hitron core IoT product-based domain-oriented industry experts. More than 5 live industrial IoT use cases will be covered. Industrial level approach, only valuable in key points learning and understanding with 100% hands-on experience rather than just creating IoT hype. Get minimum 6-month jump start in IoT, or if you already have started, then you will be moving towards your first IoT product deployment with Hitron experts. Get 100% placement assistance, end-to-end IoT training certificate and kits, which worth around 8,500 Indian rupees. Be a part of Hitron fast growing 6,000 plus IoT product based developer, innovator, or you can call it enthusiast. Get 1 year free access to Hitron IoT cloud platform with the devices such as Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and many more. You will be having the lifetime free access for the online video and training software handouts and PPTs. So if you still have any question, feel free to give us a call or write us an email, and we will be very happy to answer you. Thank you very much.